Alrighty, let's talk about Belcam Parfums. So, I've been seeing, or I had been seeing, these Belcam perfumes in Walmart for a while. My initial reaction to them was one of derision and condescension. Like, no, I'm not going to buy these impression of perfumes. I'm going to wait until I can buy the real thing. I want the actual name brand perfume. But then one day, I made the mistake of taking one of these out of the bottle and smelling it. And I was like, this smells good. And it was only $6.98. So I bought it. And I still struggle a little bit with, I guess, feeling guilty about it. But then I don't struggle with it because, I don't know, there's a part of me that's like, these designer labels will be fine. Like, me buying this perfume has not damaged their business. Especially since I just read that Burberry has been burning millions of dollars worth of their clothing because they want to keep a certain type of people from wearing their clothes. Which makes me think, if you can afford to burn millions of dollars of clothes, you're fine financially. You're clearly overpricing some of the stuff that you sell if you can burn that much of it just to avoid having it end up in discount stores. And Burberry makes perfumes, so it just kind of gave me a bad taste in my mouth towards their perfumes. But it also just made me realize, again, these designer brands are fine. They don't need me to walk around with this sense of loyalty to their elite goals in order for them to make money. Apparently they have money to burn. So let's start with this first perfume. This is Belcam's version of J'adore by Christian Dior. This was the, yes, I think this was the first Belcam perfume I purchased. I smelled it in the store and I just fell in love with the fragrance. This was the one that pushed me into the Belcam line of fragrances. What I appreciate is that the bottle actually looks really nice in my opinion. It's a simple bottle. They just have this cylinder glass bottle, the label on it with their logo, and a silver looking top. It's not real silver. My bottle isn't broken, and it doesn't seem to be breaking easily, but I do have to say that some of the bottles I saw in Walmart were broken. So I don't know if it's just because people tamper with them too much, or it may be indicative of them being easy to break, I guess. But this perfume, this impression of J'adore, but this perfume lasts so long. It lasts so long to be an $8 perfume, because it's either $6.98 or $7.98. This one lasts around a day and a half for me. If I wear this one day, the next day I have to make sure I scrub hard to get the rest of the fragrance off of me if I plan to wear another perfume. But it's a very classic scent. It reminds me of a bit of a mom perfume, but not to me in a way of it smelling old or outdated. It just smells, I guess, a bit maternal. Like the way it smells comforting to me. It just makes me think if you were a young kid and your mom smelled like this, like you would just always love hugging your mom, and you would just associate this perfume with like comfort and joy, I guess, if you have a good mom. But this just smells like a nice mom to me. And I don't mind smelling like a nice mom, but I do think it smells sophisticated and classy and multifunctional. You can wear this to a variety of environments and events. It can be a nighttime perfume or a daytime perfume. It can be an office perfume, a church perfume, a evening out on the town perfume. It doesn't come off like a club perfume. I feel like if you wore this to the club, people would be like, whose mom is here? But it is multifunctional. And the only thing I have to say is that I did compare this to the smell of the real J'adore by going to the department store to smell the actual J'adore. It is a very good dupe. It smells like a perfect dupe to me. And I don't just say that lightly, because I have smelled the Belcam version of La Vie Belle. Not a perfect dupe. A close dupe. They smell similar, but it is not an exact duplicate as far as smelling exactly like La Vie Belle. The original La Vie Belle has something extra that the Belcam impression of La Vie Belle doesn't have. But again, J'adore, their impression of J'adore is 99.99% spot on. And again, the lasting power on me is top notch. Only thing I have to say about the lasting power is that I do a double spray with this one. I don't do one spray on each pulse point. I do 2 sprays of this on each pulse point, and that makes it last about 26 hours. So if you want to cut that down, maybe you can just do 1 spray on each pulse point. Next we have Black Opium. No, we have the Belcam version of Black Opium. The original Black Opium, very popular fragrance, very mainstream fragrance, on the border of being a very typical fragrance. The fragrance itself isn't typical to me, but I just mean typical as so many people wear it that it's starting to not feel that unique. My issue with the original Black Opium by YSL, it does not last on me. Not at all. And the same is true of this Belcam impression of Black Opium. So it may be just that the particular notes that are in Black Opium just don't work well with my skin. I feel like the notes that are in Black Opium don't work well with a lot of people's skin, just based on the reviews I've read. I actually had a sample of Black Opium because when I first smelled it in Ulta, I was so captivated by the smell that I wanted it. Like, I was thinking about it intensely, like I wish I owned Black Opium. But I went by Sephora and asked for a sample because something was like, you just need to test it out on your skin. I was so excited when I had that sample. I remember I was going to be going out of town the next day to a family function. 3-hour drive to get to the function. And like I said, I was super excited, like, I'm gonna wear Black Opium tomorrow, I'm gonna smell so good. Took a shower, sprayed the Black Opium on me, got in the car. Halfway through the ride, I could not smell it anymore. Like, I was inhaling skin cells off my skin. I was inhaling so hard, like I was trying so hard to smell it on my wrist, and I could not smell it. I was so frustrated. So I sprayed some again right before I got out of the car when I arrived to the event. Smelled it a little bit, but it died quickly soon after. And so that convinced me that I probably wouldn't ever buy Black Opium. But when I had the sample bottle, about a day or 2 later, I bought this one as well. And I sprayed them on note cards to compare. This is another one that is an exact dupe. An exact dupe. It was such an exact dupe that I gave the sample away. I was like, I can bless somebody else with the sample. I'm fine. I have this Belcam version of Black Opium. So if you like the smell of Black Opium, you like the fragrance composition, but you also struggle with the fact that it doesn't last on you that long, I say go find you a bottle of this Belcam version. So then you won't feel so bad about constantly respraying throughout the day. And the size of this bottle, even though it is a 1.7 fluid ounce, I feel like it could fit in most purses. And I mean, if you just want to be precautious, keep it in the box in your purse. But basically my point is, you can carry this with you and respray throughout the day, and you won't feel so bad about respraying this perfume because you're respraying an $8 perfume. So that's the main reason I recommend getting this one, and that's the main reason I will keep getting this one instead of getting the YSL version. I'm not paying $100 for a perfume that I have to respray 4 times throughout the day. That's just silly. So as long as I can find access to this perfume, the Belcam Impression of Black Opium, that's what I'll be rebuying, because the fragrance itself is perfect for fall. It's perfect for fall. So I'm sitting here eagerly waiting for September so I can wear this in the fall, but also annoyed because I will have to carry this in my purse in order to make the fragrance last. Last, I would say but not least, but yeah, this is least. Last and least is the Belcam Impression of Dolce by Dolce & Gabbana. So I guess it's Dolce by Dolce & Gabbana. This scent, it doesn't want to stay on my body at all. Like, my skin just rejects the fragrance notes in here. It can last 2 hours. I think that's all it lasts on me. I've even tried to do the double spray method. Still only lasted 2 hours. And again, it's not just the Belcam version. I've tested out the actual perfume at Ulta, because you know they have their perfumes out. You can spray it on a sample card, or you can spray it on your skin. I sprayed it on the back of my hand. It was gone in 2 hours. So yeah, I probably won't ever get this perfume, the real version by Dolce & Gabbana, because it doesn't last on me. I also tried the Dolce Garden. I think that one lasted 3 hours, maybe 4. It still didn't last long enough to justify the price. I could maybe kind of sort of justify a 3-hour strong perfume that's actually by the designer brand if I think of it as my nighttime scent. But the thing with this particular fragrance composition, both the Belcam version and the Dolce & Gabbana version, it's just really not that special. This is a very safe perfume. If you're going somewhere, you want to wear a perfume, but you don't want to risk any chance of smelling offensively to anybody, you can wear this. It's a safe perfume, doesn't stand out, doesn't make you noticeable in the room. I think it's just a nice perfume to wear. I do think this is another mom perfume, but just not on the same tier as the J'adore version. The Impression of J'adore by Belcam. That one's just a sophisticated mom perfume. This one is I don't know. I feel like the mom who wears this, she would wear it to a soccer game, because it's just that basic and boring. Just not that special. So that's my other issue with this particular fragrance composition. It just doesn't really feel special to me. It feels acceptable. It feels workable. If you had it in your collection, you probably wouldn't wear it that much. You would just mainly wear it to justify having it in your collection. Like, oh, I have this bottle of perfume, I should wear it sometimes. That's how I respond to this. I'm just like, you know what, I should wear this sometimes. And most of the times I'm like, no, I'd rather wear my Rebel Fleur or my Jessica Simpson or my Mariah Carey or almost anything else in my collection. That's my feeling on this one. It is very close. It's a very close dupe of the Dolce by Dolce & Gabbana. If you like that smell and you for some reason can't get your hands on the actual Dolce by Dolce & Gabbana, go ahead and get this one. In my opinion, they have the same lasting power. They have a duplicate composition as far as the way it smells. Probably not duplicate in the way it's actually created and composed. And I mean, it's straight. It's straight. That's all I have to say about it. So my final thoughts on the Belcam line of perfumes is that Belcam is doing a good job with their perfumes. I am interested in checking out their other perfumes. My local Walmart has stopped selling the eau de parfums. They've started only selling the body sprays. Super annoying. I'm just not that into body sprays. But you can still get these perfumes on Belcam's web page. They're a little higher than they would be if they were in Walmart. But that's to be expected. Walmart always discounts most of the stuff they get because they buy it in bulk. But if you ever see this somewhere and you are hesitant to get it, don't hesitate. These perfumes are nice. I mean, and it's in Walmart. If you see it in Walmart, go ahead and open it and smell it to see if you like it. But if I were to rank these perfumes, first place is J'adore, just off the lasting power. Second place is Black Opium, just off how nice the fragrance is. And third place is Dolce, because it's boring and it doesn't last that long. So that's all I have to say about these perfumes. Hope you enjoyed my review, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.